Hello, my name is Ardi and we are going to solve problem E3.13. So the question is use mesh equation to find V0 in the circuit in figure E3.13. So we have this circuit here and we are asked to use mesh equation. Okay. What is mesh equations mean? That we need to use the KCL, yeah, Kirchhoff voltage law, yeah, KVL. What is KVL? KVL said that the voltage in a loop will equal to 0. Okay, so now let's work on our loops then. So let's name this loop here as loop I1, and then another loop here is I2, right? Okay, we need to do KVL at loop I1 and another loop at loop I2, another KVL. So let's just do KVL at loop I1. Okay, KVL said that the sum of the voltage in a loop will equal to 0. Good. Now, let's start from this 2 kilo ohm resistor. So we have that 2 kilo ohm resistor. Because that is resistance, to get the voltage, we need to multiply it by the current. And the only current that pass through this 2 kilo ohm resistor is I1. So we will have 2 I1 here. And same things for this 4 kilo ohm resistor. Again, we need the voltage, so we multiply it by the current. And the only current that pass through this is I1. But we have a slightly different case on this 2 kilo ohm here, because there are two currents that pass through it, I1 and I2. Because we are working on I1 here, so we multiply it by I1 first. Okay, but here I2 is flowing to the opposite direction of I1. So I subtract I2 from I1. Okay, that is good. And then the last component is already a voltage. So this is a voltage source. But here we have to be careful about the sign. So here the current is flowing from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So our sign will be positive. So we have plus sign here. And then the magnitude is 3. I think we have worked all the components for I1. And all of that will equal to 0. Okay, let's do some simplification. So we will have 2 plus 4, that is 6. And plus 2, so we'll have 8, right, for I1. 8I1, and then I2 only comes from here, but we have 2 of them, so we'll have minus 2I2. Good. And now let's put this 3 to the right hand side, so we'll have minus 3. And I think we can save this equation here as equation number 1. Good. Now let's do another KVL, but this time at loop I2. Okay, maybe let's put some line here. Let's do KVL at I2. KVL said that the sum of the current that goes in is equal, not that is KCL. So the sum of the voltage in a loop will equal to 0. Good. Now, let's start from this 3-volt voltage source. And here, the current is flowing from the negative terminal to positive terminal. So, the sign will be negative because it is going into the negative terminal. So, we'll have 3 here and then plus. Now, we have this 2 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, now we are working on I2. So, we will have I2 first. But we subtract I1 from I2 because I2 is going up and I1 is flowing to the opposite direction. It is going down. So we will have minus I1. Good. And we have another voltage source here. And the current is flowing from the negative terminal to positive. So our sign will be negative. And then the magnitude is 6. Okay. And then one more component. We will have that 6 kilo ohm resistor, and the current here, the only current that pass through it is I2. So we'll have 6 I2. All of that will equal to 0. And then let's do some simple math here. I2 is only came from here. I mean, I1 is only came from here. So we'll have minus 2 I1. And then 2I2 plus 6I2, we will have plus 8I2. Okay. And then we will have minus 3 minus 6, that is minus 9. And that will equal to 9. Okay, let's save this as equation number 2. Good. Now let's solve equation number 1 and number 2. So we have to solve it, right? Solve 1 and 2. Okay, let's rewrite that. So we will have 8I1 and then minus 2I2 is equal to minus 3, and then this one will be minus 2I1 plus 8I2, and that will equal to 9. Let's multiply this by 1, and let's multiply this by 4. Okay, we'll have 8I1, then minus 2I2, and that will equal to minus 3. Okay, now let's multiply this by 4. So we'll have minus 8I1. And then plus 4 times 8 will be 32I2. Good, and that will equal to 36. Okay, let's add them up. So we'll have 30I2, and that will equal to 33. So what is I2? I2 is 33 over 30, and the unit will be in milliampere, right? Because this is in volt and this is in kilo ohm, so we will have milliampere. And I think we can simplify this by dividing both numerator and denominator by 3, right? So we will have 11 over 10 milliampere, or we can rewrite that as I2 is equal to 1.1 milliampere. Okay, now the question is not asking about I2, but it is asking about V0. So we will have to calculate V0. And what is V0? We can just calculate using Ohm's law, which is 6 multiplied by I2, right? And that will be 6 multiplied by 1.1. And so we'll have V0 is equal to 6.6 milliampere. And I think this is the correct answer, because in the book, the answer is given as 33 over 5, and that will be equal to 66 over 10, right? And then that will be 6.6 volt. Okay, so here is our answer. Yeah, the unit will be in volt, not milliampere. So this is our final answer. So V0 is 6.6 volt. Hopefully I did not make any mistakes in my calculation. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.